Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And there's some good folks down there, pretty vocal
Oh,
too.
yeah.
But anyway, I'm gonna get with him on that, and, we'll come back with y'all with something.
Sounds good.
Thank y'all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
That's all of our constitutionals. Moving on down to our consent agenda.
Motion to approve, Mr. Chair.
Got a motion to approve the consent agenda and a second. All in favor? Aye. All opposed? 3-0. Moving on, we have no unfinished business from last meeting. And, Public Works, I see nothing down. Mr. Monty, have you got anything?
No, sir, not now.
Thank you. Moving down to new business. The first new business is proclamation for the Bowling family. Ms. Geraldine, if you would come forward with your representatives, we have a proclamation for your family.
Good morning.
Morning.
Hi, everybody, this morning.
Morning.
We are members of the Bowling family, the James Bowling family, that lives out on the Bailey Grade Road in Greenville. And I wrote a letter asking the county commissioners if they would come up with something like a little proclamation or a letter, just showing the recognition of this family in this county. They have been here ever since ever since the late 1800s, been a part of the Madison County area and whatnot. And so we are planning to have a family reunion, the 21st, the 22nd, and the 23rd of, this month. And so that's what this is in reference to. All I asked the county to do was to write us a proclamation, and, Mr. Kaufman said that he wanted to present it to, at the county commissioners meeting so that you all can sign it and make it look good. That's it. Okay, this is a representative that we do have, Mr. Maurice Holmes. I was just getting ready to call him by his nickname, Mark. Rock is with, Captain Holmes is with the Thomasville Police Department, and, he's one of the second cousins, one of the great-grandchildren of James Bolton. We had some other representatives that were supposed to be coming, and I was sitting here looking at him. His last name is Holmes. We were supposed to have a Wilson, Robert Wilson, professional football player. He was supposed to be along with his brother Tyrone, who works for the city of Tallahassee and whatnot. They were supposed to be here, but they haven't made it, but we must go on.
That's it. Well,
So, we're ready.
okay, at this time, I'm gonna ask the
Oh, wait
clerk
just a
to.
minute, I'm sorry.
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
sorry. We have the oldest grandchild on this side of the family here with us, and we wanted to make sure that she is in the picture with us.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, we're going to read this proclamation, and we're gonna take a picture.
You ready?
All right.
All right, this is resolution number 2019-06-10, a resolution of the Board of County Commissioners of Madison County, Florida, recognizing and commending James Bolton Jr. Whereas pursuant to the Constitution and the laws of the United States of America and the state of Florida, the County of Madison has been formed as a political subdivision of the state of Florida, with all the rights, duties, and privileges thereunto appertaining. And whereas pursuant to such authority, the citizenship of the County of Madison has elected a Board of County Commissioners and charters such board with the duty and privilege of governing the County of Madison. And whereas one of the privileges given the Board of County Commissioners of Madison County is the ability to recognize certain citizens, families, groups, and organizations of the County of Madison who have demonstrated merit, love, and great commitment to the County of Madison through service to its citizens. And whereas it has come to the attention of the Board of County Commissioners of Madison County that James Bolton Jr. family has resided in the County of Madison for over 100 years. And whereas James Bolton Jr. was one of 7 children and born on July 31st, 1876 to James Bolton Sr. and Mary Johnson Bolton, who themselves had been born into slavery. And whereas James Bolton Jr. yearned for a better life and at a very early age was the first of his family to venture out of Attapulgis, Georgia, by jumping on a Georgia Pacific Railroad train with a little more than the clothes on his back. And whereas James Bolden Jr. survived by working at plantations along the railroad tracks until he fell in love with Miss Ellen Wilson, who worked on the Dewey Plantation in the Hamburg area of Madison County. And whereas James Bolden Jr. and Miss Ellen Wilson, Miss Toot, were married, worked on their own farm, and together created a family of value by raising 9 children and countless grandchildren, many of which still own parts of the original farm. And whereas James Bolden Jr. always had a song in his heart, was a noted singer, and played a wooden box guitar, while Miss Ellen Wilson was an accomplished housekeeper, cook, and seamstress, always taking care of her family. Whereas the Board of County Commissioners wishes to celebrate the Bolden family reunion and welcomes the Bolden family members back to Madison County. Now, therefore be it resolved by the members of the Board of County Commissioners of Madison County, Florida, that we do unanimously adopt this resolution and to recognize James Bolden Jr. and his family. Be it further resolved that the clerk is hereby authorized and directed to record this resolution in the public records of Madison County, Florida, so that a permanent testament of the above official actions will be created. Be it further resolved that the clerk is hereby authorized and directed to prepare and deliver a certified copy of this recorded resolution to the Bolden family as an official memorialization of these proceedings. It's duly passed and adopted by unanimous vote, if you guys so feel the need, of the Board of County Commissioners of Madison County, Florida, in a regular session, this 10th day of June, AD 2019.
That'd be my motion, Mr. Chair.
Second.
We have a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Be for it.
We have 2 comments.
Ms. Bowden, I want to say thank you for your family's influence in the community. When I met you in Brian's office that day, we reminisced, our families worked together for years and years and years. We were a little bit young
Yes.
to remember, but we've heard the stories, so
Yes, sir.
I want to congratulate you on the legacy of your family.
Thank you so much, and thank you all so much. And that, flyer that I give, that was given to you all, that is an official invitation. Anytime that you all want to come and be with us, you all are welcome to come and be with us. But I would advise you, when you come out in the woods, if you come out in the woods with us, make sure you bring some insect repellent. Make sure you have your straw hat on, and make sure you have your sunglasses. Hopefully at every stop that we do on the tour and whatnot, we will be having water and et cetera. But, just make sure you all bring those things with you. The main thing is that insect repellent, okay? Because I'm telling you.
Just wait one moment, we finish signing these, I want us to come down, we have our official photographer.
Mr. Chair, I just want to say that I talked with Captain Holmes this morning. I saw you on TV last week, and I understand you're doing some great things up in the city of Thomasville.
Yes, I'm doing my best.
Okay.
We appreciate you, Rob.
All right.
Chair.
Yeah, you step up.
Yeah, good.
You don't get the vote. They're 2 counts.
I got up in church. And I didn't want to say anything, introducing him. And I just don't want to rock. And this is his mother. Come on, Harry,
Okay, you get comfortable. Charlene, get up over here, this.
All right, 1, 2, 3. I'll do one more. 1, 2, 3. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, this is your copies.
All right, thank you so much. Good to see you.
Thank you, sir.
hollering out the door.
You gonna be all right, Phil? I got it.
Moving along, next, we have, item 2 in new business is the ranking of the engineering firms for the aquifer recharge project and negotiation of the contract. I'm going to ask when Brian finishes to give us a little update on that.
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman, we have a memo in the board packet for you. Gives you a little background. As you recall, we received a grant from the Swanee River Water Management District. It was part of the Springs Initiative to help improve aquifer storage and quality. And it came through the Department of Environmental Protection, through the Water Management District, and then to us. And this is to look at rehabbing or installing 6 new drainage wells within the county. And as part of that, we need to bring on an engineering firm that can help us with that project. We put out a request for qualifications. According to state statute, we have to, when you hire an engineer, you don't just hire them by bids or any way else. There is a specific statute that spells out how to do that. And basically, you ask them to submit qualifications on that particular project to look at their background. And there are several things that you look at in that. You look at their past experience, their knowledge of the area, their workload and so forth. And you take all that into account when you start ranking them, to start negotiations. And we did that. We received six